Hey, it's Mark Andrews with the 2019 premiere episode of OCFOA Plays of the Week. Before we start, I want to give a big thank you to all of my subscribers, and particularly to you new subscribers. Thanks to you, I officially went over 1,000 subscribers to my YouTube channel. I am humbled and motivated by your support. I appreciate all the positive comments that I've received. Please keep posting your questions, comments, and so on in the comments section below any of my videos. I try to get back to you as soon as I can. Well, enough celebrating. Let's get on to the plays of the week. Alright, let's get going. Like so many of the videos that I've used over the past few years, this one comes from Steve Coover. And this is the San Diego All-Star game. And Steve has a lot of comments here. I'm going to just let you read them rather than try to repeat them. Now, Steve's focus for these videos is going to be appearance, mechanics, and zone coverages as a play develops. All right, let's move on to the next clip. Okay, the kickoff. You can see that we have our two officials here signaling they are ready. I think this official is signaling as well. Now, we are always ready for something strange to happen on a kickoff. Even the initial kickoff, we might have an onside kick. We've got to be ready for that. Now, Steve's going to make a comment about positioning and appearance of these officials. He likes the positioning here. This official looks ready to officiate. He's a couple of steps back off the sideline, which is the position we both prefer for flank officials. This is our umpire. He's in that squat. Don't do this on a kickoff. It just doesn't look that good. And this official's just too close to the sideline. He'd like some distance on that one. Here we go. Okay, now we're going to talk about keys. Okay, these four outside kick players are the initial keys for the officials on this side of the field. This guy's walking. Steve would prefer a jog. Yeah, I agree. Okay, that's his initial block. He's looking right through it. Great positioning there. Judges that block to be legal. Moves to the next block. Notice he's not watching the ball. He's looking at blocks. He judged that one to be legal. This is our next matchup to watch. Okay, this is where we got to stay disciplined. Okay, this is where we get fouls close to the ball. Tackle and ball's out. Let's take a look at that from another angle. Now Steve's going to comment on the position of the referee. I agree with him. There's no reason for a high school referee to be on the end line. If that ball crosses the goal line, then you know, it's dead. So there's nothing to protect here. We do have two officials on the pylons because this is a 7-man game. So I understand him being a little bit deeper, but he should be in the middle of the end zone. Now our lead blocker is going to tell us which way the return is going. Okay, we read that, and now we're going to see that fumble. It's really hard to tell whether that ball was out. That looks like it's out there before the knee is down, but the film quality is just not there. But you definitely want the officials to recognize that and rule accordingly. All right, let's move on. Okay, I'm not going to talk a whole lot during this. Steve's comments speak for themselves. So this is the play right after the kickoff. Yeah, what's next? All right. I agree. Great positioning, great posture. All right, so I want you to watch the technique here by this line judge on this progress spot. We've got a bobbled catch. All right, so he continues to officiate. makes sure that the play is over, moves to the progress spot, and is looking across the field at his partner for a cross-field spot. And I want our flanks to use this technique more. We're not using it enough. Use your partner across the field for some of these spots. They have a better look. All right, let's look at it from the end zone. Now we're going to see a potential hold here by the right tackle. And yeah, again, this is a really good crew. Strong, looks, ready to officiate. Here we go. So this wrap technique is being taught. This is not something that is just all of a sudden popped up. This is being taught to linemen, and we need to be looking for it. Flank officials, referees, and umpires, we need to be aware of this technique, and if there is a restriction, then we should be throwing the flag. Now this turns into a double team, but that's a hold. Okay, so we're not going to throw the flag necessarily because of the double team, but we are going to have a little counseling session, as Steve says. And watch this bobble catch. Again, great job by that line judge. Okay, we're not going to see any fouls or anything unusual in this play. Instead, we're going to introduce or refamiliarize you with the concepts of pre-snap responsibilities for each position, and also zone coverage as a play develops. Okay, so let's take a look at this formation. As Steve points out, this potential receiver right here is ineligible. He's covered up by this receiver. If he wasn't covered up, we'd have 5 in the backfield. So this player is covered up. If he goes out beyond the expanded neutral zone and a pass is thrown beyond the line of scrimmage, then we would have either illegal touching if this receiver touches the ball, or we would have an ineligible receiver downfield. So the point I'm trying to make here is you need to recognize these possible fouls before the snap. This is your pre-snap responsibilities. So let's take a look at a representation of what our pre-snap responsibilities are. All right, so this is a representation of our responsibilities. The flank officials have the tackle on their side of the field. The umpire has the center and the 2 guards. The referee has the quarterback and any backs in the backfield. And the back judge is going to take the tight end who's lined up on the strong side of the formation. Let's go back to our play and see what that looks like. Okay, so here are what our keys look like on this play. You can see that the referee has the quarterback and the running back. The umpire has the center and the 2 guards. The flank officials have the tackles on either side of their line. And the back judge is going to take this receiver right here. All right. So as the play develops, as we read the play, we're going to move into zone coverage. What is zone coverage? All right, here's our zones. And I'm going to bounce around a little bit here. The flank officials always have zone 1 and zone 4. So whatever side the play is going to, that flank official has zone 1 coverage, which is the front side of the point of attack, but not the point of attack. The official on the other side, of course, has the back side. Everything's the cleanup role. Zone 2 is right at the point of attack, and zone 3 is behind the point of attack. Those are usually covered by the R and the U. All right, as our play develops, here are our areas of responsibility. This is a run going to the head linesman's side. So he's got zone 1 coverage along with the back judge. As soon as the back judge reads a run, he needs to shift his focus to the zone 1 coverage on the side that the ball is going to. Line judge has zone 4, as we said before. And in this case, the U umpire is going to watch the edge blocking at the point of attack, and the referee is going to direct his attention to all the action just behind the point of attack. Let's watch the play develop. So now everybody's transitioning. The umpire is watching this block here. Head linesman's got this block. If there was another contested matchup, back judge would focus out here, but since there isn't, he's going to watch this as well. All right, let's take a look at it from another angle. This is the end zone view. You'll see the umpire shift his focus. So this guy's initial reads. Now he should be coming off of those initial keys, which he does. Referee has got this action here. Back judge is watching this, and the umpire is watching this edge. All right, good job. Okay, let's do this again. Let's break down the responsibilities. All right, so initially the referee has this left tackle. He's over here on the right hand side of the formation, so he's looking through at the left tackle, but he should recognize immediately that we've got a potential bad color situation. Bad color refers to the defense getting through the offensive line. The umpire should read pass and move up in Steve's perfect world 3 yards beyond the line of scrimmage so that he can judge ineligible receivers downfield. Okay, so now we've shifted to zone coverage. As Steve points out, let's not officiate error. Okay. We switch again. So you can see how this works. These two right here were initially the flank officials' responsibility. Now he's moving to get the progress spot. All the other officials need to keep their eyes on other action. You do not want to be watching the runner. Signal in bounds, and great job by the umpire recognizing that we have a first down. All right, so let's take a look at this from the end zone view. Now I want you to watch the right side of the line here. You're going to see two examples of bad color, and this is why, as a referee, even though your key is over there on the left, you need to immediately start to shift your focus over here to the right. And plus, the quarterback's rolling right? So this is the potential for where the potential is for holds that matter. So this double team here, as Steve points out, this defender would have to beat both these offensive blockers to have a holding penalty. So the umpire is focused on the right action here. This is good. This is good work. Referee needs to keep soft vision. Basically, he's got to keep both these guys sort of in his view. So great job by this referee of hustling, but I think he over hustles, because it's the quarterback and doesn't see this action. Watch these two guys right here. This, this needs to be addressed. That's not a hold that you would throw a flag on, but now we've got a defender going around and then the offensive player shoving him. Okay, so at the very least, this is a talking to, right? You got to take care of this. Don't let this go on. And then Steve points out that the referee glances over to see if we have a first down. Let your flank officials inform you whether you have a first down or not. All right, let's move on. Okay, on this play, we're going to talk about the responsibilities and mechanics of the referee and the back judge in this particular play. Just take a look. All right, so action on the left tackle, suspect, going to judge that. Now we've got bad color with no holds. Quarterback's threatened. So now we focus on whether the quarterback is roughed or not, and also his throwing arm in case there's a fumble. In this case, quarterback's going to escape. And, great little tip here, rule of thumb, if the quarterback's scrambling, keep in your back pedal, back judges, keep that cushion. good quarterback can really heave it. There's Steve's perfect world for the umpire, 3 yards off the line of scrimmage. Great job. Now that as I said, there's a 7-man crew here, so these cushions. He's speaking to the back judge and the side judge there. Great job by both of them. Good signal here too. I love it. And he continues to officiate. Really great job. Take a look at it from the end zone. Yeah, you back judges, watch this guy work. It's great. And what he's focusing on, he's looking at the only receiver in traffic. Reads the scramble. And you get another look at him officiating. All right, let's move on. All right, this may seem like a really simple point to make, but this is really well done. This is how you shut down a play when we have a false start or encroachment. Let's take a look at this. Okay, watch the official that's highlighted, and watch the defenders that are highlighted. Now they're in the neutral zone, and the snap is imminent, and we're going to see this, and we're going to slow this down the next one. But see the way he got the flag up high, comes hustling in, shuts it down. I'm sure the whistle's blowing, tweet, tweet, tweet. Let's take a look at it. This is the same play. All right. So now you can see clearly these two defenders are encroaching. And this man's in motion. This snap is about to go off. And watch the nice flag toss. Big movement in. Clearly signals to the referee what he's got, and we're moving on. Okay, we've talked a lot about illegal blocks below the waist, and we're going to see a legal block below the waist here. And what constitutes a legal block below the waist? Well, the first component is that it has to occur in the free blocking zone. And I've used these lines to indicate the limits of the free blocking zone. The free blocking zone extends 4 yards to either side of the ball. These are approximations here with these lines, and 3 yards deep into the offensive and defensive backfield. So these are these lines represent that. Okay, what are the other components? The defensive and offensive players that are involved in the block below the waist have to be on the line of scrimmage at the snap. And also the ball has to be in the zone. So typically when quarterback is under center and we have a block that meets all those other criteria, it's a legal block. Let's take a look at this. So you see the center block the nose guard below the waist. And now we're going to talk about our zones. This is great stuff. So run is going to the head linesman's side. So he's got zone 1. That's right here. Umpire has judged the block and now has gone to zone 2, which is just behind that. And referee has zone 3 back here. Now the back judge would also have zone 1 and the line judge would have zone 4. All right, let's move on. So new flank officials, watch what this flank does. He feels threatened. This play could be going, towards him on the sideline. So he is going to move back into the offensive backfield. That is good work. Okay. Now the play goes inside, so he keeps his eye on the action. Comes in. Got the hand up. Now this year the dead ball signal is a flat palm, right? And the flank official generally closest to the play is gonna give that signal. That signals the 40-second play clock to start. Let's take a look at this from the end zone. So there's your nose guard and center. Watch the block here. Definitely a low block, but it's legal. And again, he's just pointing out the zone coverage here. All right, Let's move on. All right, this is another play that just exhibits really good fundamental mechanics by this crew. Steve points out that the referee has moved to the quarterback's throwing hand, so now the umpire switches sides. And look at that. Is the backward pass. Great signal by that head linesman. Back judge has got to be watching this. Okay, and U is on zone 2. R is on zone 3. And the line judge would be zone 4, watching all the stuff behind the play. Yeah, and this is a 7-man crew, and this applies to a 5-man crew. Back judge should be hustling in. Umpire should be closing in. We call this the accordion. This is a really great mechanic. It helps to put a stop to a lot of dead ball nonsense and gives you a better look at it. Okay, let's look at this from a different angle. Yeah. Head lineman's sliding to get that angle and make sure that's a backward pass. And then he's just going to watch, and then, you know, guys, we need to spot the ball with our eyes, right? And then get to that spot. Yeah, this is a good-looking crew for sure. Okay, again, you can see where the back judge is looking. This is great. You can see what the umpire is looking at. And what I love is nobody's watching the ball. And I think you got the spot right. All right, let's move on. Okay, let's move away from mechanics and let's talk about some fouls or potential fouls. So one of my points of emphasis for our association this year is roughing the passer. So I think we're letting roughing go a little bit too far, and this might be an example of it. So take a look at this in real time. Watch the quarterback. Watch the contact by the defender on the quarterback. And then we have also, we've got the action on the receiver. I'm going to slow this down. Now that ball's away right there, and the defender knows it. And there's an upward thrust. He is punishing the quarterback. There's just no two ways about it. Okay, and we'll take a look at it from another angle. Now watch what happens over here. You know, this is one of those situations where we've got to be focused on the potential catch, but we also have to be watching the actions of the defender. I hope to heck we've got two sets of eyes, back judge and flank official on this side, watching this action. There is some contact there, but I think you'll see in the next angle that it's not a foul. Let this run in real time. Watch the action on the quarterback. Let's roll it back for the receiver. You can see that the deep defensive back doesn't really even touch him. The one in front does. They collide, but there's not a foul there. Now I understand why this roughing wasn't called, because traditionally we give them a couple of steps, right? And there's one, maybe two. What I do like about this, though, is that even though there's no flag thrown, he's coming in, he's getting number 28's attention, and he's letting him know that he saw what happened. Well, that's it for this edition of the 2019 OCFOA Plays of the Week. Hey, I want to say thank you again to all my subscribers, and especially to you new subscribers. If you like these videos, and I'm going to have a bunch of them this season, and you haven't subscribed and you want to get notified, just click on my picture in the top right corner. It'll take you to my YouTube page. Click on subscribe and you'll get notified. If you haven't watched the 40-second play clock video, click on the link in the top left corner. This is Mark Andrews signing off.